gonna go bang. One there. One there. Gotta stop pressing control. I don't need push to talk here. Where's the other one? And why? Oh, and this one. Of course, the one that matters the most. Alright, we got that one. And we gotta make sure that it's... Big blast Sonic memes. Alright. Oh, it's such a good song. Alright. I think I've screwed up something here. That's fine. I screw up shit all the time. I'm getting decent at fixing it while I unfuck my shit. It's also a med check for everyone who has meds. Also a hello, how you doing, everyone? Alright. Yes, I have indeed fucked something up. Sources. Bladesong. I need to fix my thing. What the fuck? I played Bladesong before Minecraft? What the hell? Alright, there we go. What the fuck do you mean? Why are you differently sized? You. Get down here. Ah, I guess it was on the other monitor. Look. Where the heck have my meds gone? There they are. Hello. We're going into story mode, chat. We're going in. Where are my snips? We'll wait a few minutes for people to get here. But we'll be jumping in pretty quick. Yeah! 4 months! Thank you, GGK! Ah. God. It's wild having to explain to the income support people, like, yeah, I've been making, like, $3 to $5 per month for the past 3 years. And they're just like, what do you mean for the past 3 years? I'm like, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Well, you want to see the stubs? I'm like, the stubs are too complicated. It's because there's 3 to 5 years of them. Here's my daily commission breakdown for the past 3 years. Wait, shut up and take your money. I can't do that. I'm a streamer. Do you know what that means? Shutting up is something that I cannot do. Max, oh, holy shit. Thanks for the whole year. A complete year. One moment. Hype train? The fuck's a hype train? I know. The fuck's a hype train? I've seen it pop up in other streams before, but it's not really happened to me, so I've never needed to care. What is that? Oh, there's unlockable emotes. 600 bits or 2 subs remaining to complete level 1. Well, hopefully we get some subs in the next 5 minutes. I doubt it. It'll be nice. I get a boost. Yay. Well, that's fine, though. We're gonna go on in and get into actual content, though. I think that might be the more relevant part of people's day. Oh, wow, okay, cool. we're just right back in this, huh? I clicked continue. There was no start the day. There was no, oh, you have this many commissions to do. No, it was a man, at your door is a man wearing a feathered cap and the crest of the Houndsburg League on his lapel. He's wielding a ledger like an assassin's dagger, but his smile is obsequious. Now, I'm a somewhat intelligent individual. And I know obsequious is kind of like, maybe a little bit bad. But let me make sure. Oh, we've got a weather warning. We got another blizzard coming in. Freezing rain, we're gonna lose power. Obsequious. There we go. Marked by exhibiting fawning attentiveness. Ah, that's an unfortunate choice of words. Hold on, I can barely read that. Oh! The background changed. Greetings, Smith. I'm a clerk, here to conduct a census on behalf of the Houndsburg League. May I come in? The census. You've built an excellent reputation. The League is always keen to nurture new businesses. In fact, we've brought you a token of our regard. He holds out a pair of gloves embossed with the League's insignia. The leather is supple and premium quality. I'll accept the gift. Now, some simple questions. How long have you been a smith? What kind of clientele do you cater for? Who are your suppliers? Drop the act, I can guess why you're here. Failure! The corner of his mouth. I'm afraid you misread the situation. We want to make you wealthy. The keep has been without a skilled blacksmith since old Thesson vanished. The League has been... how did I fail that? I got like fucking +3. That was like... that was an 80% check. League has been sourcing swords from outside the barrier at considerable expense. Your arrival, let's just say the timing is fortuitous. I'm obliged to extend an invitation to Houndsburg Hall, the seat of mercantile power within Erin Keep. Alderman Gilith Strad is keen to meet you. A new location has been marked on your map, Houndsburg Hall. I'll be along as soon as I am able. He tips his feathered cap and then departs. +15. Guysman, I appreciate you setting up the League Smith, but you want to do business in Erin Keep, it's better to stay on their good side. Don't take a loan from them. Cheers, Guysman. Oh, here we go. I've hired a character who can help upgrade my shop. How many thalers? Taler. It is pronounced Taler. It is German. Predictably. And it is indeed the source of the word dollar. That's got black bag. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, we got people. Oh, I looked away. Oh, holy shit. Hopefully you don't lose power. This guy, yeah. I like opened up the thing and there was already like a new background, and also we were being threat-vited? Invited. Increases my AP by 1. Yeah, I think I will. Upgrade 1s, forge seen better days. We need 50 wood. I don't even have 50 wood. Okay. But I do have 3 grand. Forge upgrade is sort of a scam. You have to pay for every stage before you get the 1 extra point. Yeah, I saw that happen. Can I pet the dog? Yes. In fact, we should. Feed Clodo. Continue. Pet Clodo. Hold out a strip of dried meat. He wolfs sit down eagerly. After a life in the wasteland, he's not going to waste time savoring his meals. Clodo leans heavily in. Actually, anyone who's been hungry knows that, like, you get some good food, and it tastes way fucking better. 3 grand, you're fine. Yeah, I just gotta get the wood. 46 wood, I need 50. Clodo leans heavily into you. I love it. You pet a dog, and that dog is like, your legs can afford, like, an extra 10 to 15 pounds on them, right? Right? We're just gonna lean into you as hard as we possibly can. Clodo pads back to his basket and curls up for a snooze. You've never met a dog who could sleep for so long and so deeply. Man's gotta save his energy. Alright, we got 13 out of 13. Let's run over to Scrap Peddler. We need to know who's supplying you. Oh, the Scrap Peddler. He's not contagious. He just has psoriasis. He literally just has psoriasis. Survey his wares. What? I immediately buy. Okay, we're down 300 gold. Not a good start. Leather bag, let's go. Wood. Yeah. Spent a lot of money in wood just then. How are we doing on, we got 57 steel. Alright. Continue. We're gonna do a day. Actually, do the first upgrade. Brings us down to 9. Can I do the second? Yes. Okay. We do, you know what, we'll just turn this day into... Leather's torn, the wood's cracked when it comes to drums. This one can't be beat. Oh, you can't beat this one. Ha! We'll turn this day into a salvaging day. Increases your finesse by 1. Good. Wooden figurine, good stuff. Shattered spokes, cracked rim. That's our big wood deliverer there. There we go. Let's not go down below 50 for this, and let's open up. What do we got? Oh, right, nothing. We'll actually just end the day. Oh, go back. Oh, showroom. We have a showroom. You have hired a character. Oh, this is their map. That's a cool little... It's the bend sphere with a halo around it. What do we got in here? We have the twisted pommel. We have a pommel we don't have yet. We have the map. We have our coin. Holy shit, that is not OSHA compliant. We'll fix that. We have a very well langueted shelf. I guess this is a blacksmith shop. Yeah, he's rough. Hopefully the pommel gets added. Yeah, it's a little neat one. Little mace-like bugger. And this one we can build. This one I think we can build. Actually pretty nice stairs going up. We have a candle going. Alright. Alright. I don't see anything. What the fuck is that? Is that a handle? Oh, we'll come back to that. And that's over here. Okay, cool. I just realized we got like a coal pile. Not a very big one, but it's there. Yep, end the day. Day's profit minus 912. The Ducal Crypt. We'll get to that later. Townsburg. St. Marigor's College. I can access their library, but first, we're going to Steady Stay. Features you haven't unlocked yet? Yeah. Approach the bar. Continue. Holy shit. Okay. Steady Stay, accent, where are you from originally? We already did all of these. These are all... What made you leave the 70 Islands? We also already did Thessenfelber's appearance. Do you know anything about Thessenfelber's appearance? Yes, I visited his forge around the time he vanished. I was looking to commission a new set of knives for the kitchen, but by the time I got there, Thessen was already gone. Dude, I will make you knives. You feed me so often. The number of things that I can do more because of you is surprisingly high. Let's help each other out here. Let me get you some knives. Only his poor wife was there. Oh, right, yeah. Only his poor wife was there sobbing and asking if I knew where her husband was. I told her she was just being silly. I was sure Thessen was fine. Oh, what a fool I can be. The wife vanished too, not long after that. Thessen vanished first, and then his wife. Yes, that's what I just said. But we have a new smith now, yes. All is right in the world. With the world, ooh. Buy a hot meal. Money is no charge. Just, again, let me make you some good knives. I made you a really good sword for defending this place. Let me, like, here, hold on. What else in this room can I make? Let me make you some goblets. What else those are oil lamps. Those are mantled oil lamps. Oh, we're later in the timeline than I thought. Nikal's your favorite character? Yeah, he's just a guy who loves his daughter, wants to give you food, and is just, I'm from away, hello. Make me such a fine sword. 10 minutes later, wolfing down slice. Yes, good. We already did all these. Nice talking to you, Nikal. Leave the inn. The watchman's still beating the beggar! Make him Damascus for the love of the game. Oh, that would be so sick. Chill Greek guy? Yeah. More or less, yeah. Clearly, he's from the Canadian archipelago. Alright. What do we got? We got one with the crows. Are we not maxed on the crow? Oh, I guess we are new. Rank 2 on crows. We're very close to rank 3 on crows. Hounsburg League, 15 out of 250. And I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna stay pretty low. 4 and 8. So we got 13. 4 and 8. What do we got on rewards? We have a question mark. We have a mystery reward. And apparently the mystery rewards matter again. We'll take... Oh, we can do... Wait, 4 and 4. 12. Does he pay for steel? Steel's what, 5? It's been a while. Steel is 5, so that means that we're looking at 34, 35.2. Yeah, that pays for itself. We accept both. Why does a crow need... Ah, Sword of Legend. Hell yeah. Noble up on the High Citadel who's paying me to find relics in the wastelands. Intended to sell him the find of a lifetime. A blade from the Age of Song. A pillage from an ancient tomb. He'll never know I had it made right under his nose in Aaron Keep. I'm sorry I asked. What if he discovers a snake? Old fool sees what he wants to see. Tell me what you need. Etch the blade with symbols. Doesn't matter what they say. Just need to look mystic. Bet. So we got... That one's paying for itself. That one is also paying for itself, actually. It's got 85 on profit. What do we got on... Oh, hold on. Silver. It's a lot of silver. Required at least 8. It's fake. Fake and gay. Not that it's wrong to be gay, but you know. It is both. Yeah, so we'll take the crows one for sure. If I do a 6-6, that brings us up, gives us 3 left. Yeah. Sorry, Ezekias. You're asking for too much silver for what you're paying. Alright, what do we got? This one's got a... Change length, here we go. Oh, where's our music? Options. Submerged tapes. Oh. Close. Continue. Submerged tapes did not slave away at making good music. For us to not have the music on. That is fantastic. What do we got here? Weight. So we go thickness. The hammer timing thing? Yeah, down on the bottom. It is in time with the music, which helps. This is a change here. The tang is now 3mm instead of 5. So now let's bring it up to our normal 5. Our weight is nice, like way down. Let's change our width. Now we got 3 and 3 stats on that there. Cross section. Oh, hold on, I just remembered something. Where is it? There. Oh, hey, give me a minute. I'll get it. Is there a setting? It should be. Options. Hammer timing interface under controls hammer. Yep. And point. Regular point, 2-handed. Oh, hell yeah. And he wants more weight. That's fine. We'll give him more weight. I'll give him more weight. Why is my stiffness going down? Oh, right. There we go. That's a bit too high. That's a centimeter in thickness? Okay, we're gonna... bring it down to, like... Oh, we'll put some taper on it. There's our stiffness. And we'll get our speed out of the thing. Speed and weight out of the hilt. Yeah, that is indeed a setting. So this guy needs a two-hander. We now have master grips, don't we? Oh, no, we need the book. We need the book, Vegeta. Where's our inverses? Give me an inverse. Inverse. There we go. He needs a bit of a chunk. I need a regular point. Regular point. Goes down. No, we already got the point. We need this point. There we go. Now, as soon as we put on the pommel, is where we're going to see where our weight's at. There we go. And we need more. Just simply more. Anvil? I guess where's Anvil gone? Scoots, Anvil. Oh, it's Bat. Bat-centric sword. We'll throw in... Oh, no. We'll throw in a proper Quillin for that. Straight Quillin, straight Quillin. What do we got for end caps? Hey... I forget what Landon was asking for. He just kind of needed a sword, didn't he? Well, we'll add in a... Where's our ferrules gone? We'll add in a ferrule. There we go. That's a good chunk. Those are round. No. Truncated base. Oh, I just realized that's a step up. I've not been using that because it's round. Step a tumultuous path. There we go. And hey, we could just put that in there. It's a hand stop. How do we make it heavier? Do we got brass? No, we got gold. What can we do? Let's change out the pommel then. That's closer. That's as small as that one goes. There we go. That'll be a big chunk. Alright, we're gonna have to extend it. Just to get the weight up. Alright, point. There we go. Hero's Journey. That's kind of funny, actually. Oh, we need more stiffness. We still need more stiffness. Is it because our stiffness should be fine? Fuck off, stiffness. Cross-section. We'll add a second cross-section in here. No, not you. Actually, yes, we need spine width. We need to ease it out. Then we need to add a second cross-section here. That is so close to our weight requirement. What? Oh, yeah, there we go. That was so close to our weight requirement. Lines up with the... Oh, yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. In fact, if I take the cross-section and I go... this... Okay, that hits our requirements, but that's not a bad idea. I forget your purpose. Ooh, your... Well, good luck with whatever this was. Offer to land it. Oh, quartermaster, right. Quartermaster won't be able to tell the difference. Are you sure about that? I bet the quartermaster just looks down and he's like, oh, dude's got a new sword to replace his old one. I didn't even have to bitch at him. Hell yeah. Is a regulation size? Bet. Absolute bet. What do we got? What's our other one that we accepted? Dunmo. Forge. Symbols. Ah, here we go. Oh, this is the new one. This is the new type. It doesn't have a thickness, it looks like. So just change length. Oh, he wants a big old beefer. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Now, it looks like we're gonna need a little bit more width. Okay, that matches. We're gonna add in a taper width. A little bit of a blend on this end do we have? There we go. That one's a little too high. I'll bring this up a bit. And that's the point ability there. Oh, we need the tiniest bit of width. Oh. There we go. That's our base. Now we gotta figure out... Oh, this needs to be... this here. Oh, I can't undo that. I gotta do this. There we go. What is that asking for? No, whatever. We'll get the thickness first. We're going for 0.7. 0.6. For this length, this width. Taper width. Yeah, we got that. Only cares about the profile silhouette? Very good. That does help a good bit. It is a beautiful sword. And also, ooh, are we missing a bit here? Is that going to penalize me too much? Do I need to move the taper width up? I think that's what it's asking for. I need to move the taper width up. There we go. Still can't tell what this is asking for. I think this might be asking for like a deeper... Let's add another change width. Get the fuck down here. I do not know what it is asking for there. I'm gonna delete that. We're gonna ignore it and hope it goes away. Vaguely similar? I bet. Oh, I wonder what hill part it's asking for. Okay, that needs to come out again. So we need to actually undo our change width flare here. Yeah, that matches up better. Okay, so it's got the blue there. Doesn't need to be perfect. That's good to hear. We need a strong taper. This is one-handed? Huh? I ain't questioning shit. There we go. And then it wants... Oh, yeah, regular point. We'll get the point back in a bit. Oh, regular point. That's annoying. We need a pommel. A pommel. We need an apple. Why are pharaohs below pommels? What the hell? What clown universe is it? That's the one. Wait. Malchus. No, it is not the Malchus. I literally can't get that big enough. Already met the requirement? Good. Now we need saffron. There's our saffron. Now regular point. We're gonna have to rejig a few things here. In fact, I'm just gonna delete that point entirely. Baller, and there's our point. Right there. That's pretty sick, actually. Oh, and he said it needed to be engraved. He's not specifically asking for it. Vaguely similar? This is gonna be vaguely similar as it can be. I guess it is rather thin, but like, balance point of 13 for one hand. Right, there we go. Oh, hi, oh. Oh, now to make it even more cursed. Let's curse everyone in this generation. Algiz. I. Well, it's just I because Germanic. Close I. Ma. Solo, and this one's the weird E solo. Ooh. Ohio, but spelt like the American state, you see. Alright. Weed melter. Song's End. Would you look at that? You never saw me. I was never here. This blade was forged by hands unknown. Bet? Ohio. Alright, so this doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be like, eh, close enough. That doesn't even show the full sword. We might need to up the speed on that. We're down to 24 steel. We got 3 points. What do we got that we can break? Salvage. We don't have any tools. 9, salvage. 16, holy shit. 17, oh god, I could be paying attention to these more. 50 wood. I don't have the 4 points for it. Alright, let's bounce out to the scrap peddler, our real lad. I've saved the prettiest trinkets for you. Survey these wares. Hell yeah. Buy one of those. Buy a bunch of those. Close. Continue. Bid goodbye to the peddler. He's not contagious, folks. Remember, he is not contagious. What does it say on the blade? Oh, Ohio gozaimasu. But it's Ohio, like the state in the United States. Not Ohio, like good morning in Japanese. It's telling you to have a good Ohio. I could have put down Connecticut gozaimasu, but like... You know. Can't rush these things. End day. This showroom. Okay. Upgrade your showroom. We'll come back to showroom. We'll figure that out as we go. End day. Right. Steel. Need steel. Let's take a peeky peek at the Library. Oh, there's just a dude hanging from a tree. You recognize, if you recognize you, raise a hand in friendly greeting. One discordant note is struck within the scene of the peaceful academic bustle. A human corpse swings gently in the breeze as it hangs from a tree. Dude was stealing from a library. I got nothing. Carcass, a sign pinned to his chest reading book thief. Yeah, dude was stealing from a library. Libraries are the first thing that fascists go for. Do not let anyone degrade your public libraries. Unfortunate Gelthus Moyer. Hands bound behind his back, face swollen and purple. Just fucking kill the guy. Don't need to beat him first. Speak to Nimrith. Greetings, how may I be of help? I have some questions about you. Swinging corpse makes for an interesting lawn decoration. Doth it surprise thee that a college of learning would deal with a traitor and thief so ruthlessly? Mistake not our intellectual disposition for timidity, Smith. The first lesson we learned after the sundering was that the world hath grown too harsh for mercy. Gelthus corpse serves as a stern reminder to all within our ranks of the consequences of greed. It shall remain there until it rots. Yeah! Nimrith's horns! Leave the vestibule. Visit the scriptorum. Magistrate's office in South Spire. Even sat at her desk. Vera Rawell projects an aura of power and competence. Her eyes gleam like steel as she assesses you. But then, she smiles, stowing away the daggers in her gaze. Welcome back, Smiths. Sit down and have a cup of tea. I'd like to access the Corpus Caelestis. Well, you've done us good turn or two. Yaz. Letter of invitation. Take this to Nimrith. I see you had Gelthus hanged for his crimes. We take book theft very seriously. It's worse than murder. Stealing from the Corpus Caelestis is stealing from all of you. Correct! Murder may be a bit too much. But, like, in terms of justification, this is the one I have to fight for the least. Fortunately, the masking grants us a broad remit when it comes to dealing with our own. Take your leave. Farewell, then. Speak to Nimrith. How may I be of help? I have been granted access to the Library. The Librarius. Seems to be in order. Thou mayest enter the Corpus Caelestis. No loud noises. No food or drink. And above all, no open fires. Should thou break any of the commandments, thine head is forfeit. Forfeit. Fair. Enter the Corpus Caelestis. You are greeted by a reading room. Yas! Its high-backed chairs occupied by scholars whose faces are buried so deeply in books, it's a wonder they don't come up for air. Mood. One guy just open up with a scroll, be like, ah, behold this. Several images of cats getting into trouble. Beyond it, the library threatens to overspill its bounds. The magisterium has squeezed in more and more shelves. The original airy space has become a book-lined labyrinth. The only sound is the rustle of pages. Now remember, folks, if you have ladders, you can fit in more shelves overhead. You only need an access tunnel on the bottom and up through the middle. There's definitely, oh god, there's 100% a paper that describes the optimal innervation of a cube of any given volume, or a 3D space of any given volume. Library threatens to overspill its bounds. Magic has squeezed more and more shelves. The original area space. Search for books on smithing. Metallurgy. The metallurgic... Metallurgy. The metallic urge. Read. It's brusque, no-nonsense guide that covers useful alloys and techniques. It seems to be written by one of the apprentices of the legendary smith, Oven Varmoth, baby! We found out some shit about him yesterday. Okay, so there's some useful tips. Yay, 75 XP. I also received 75 XP again. Night has fallen, I need to head home. You walk home through the moonlit streets of Orison Hill. The old residence halls, emptied of song, now serve as sleeping quarters and marketplaces. Gargoyles watch from above, their grotesque features marking those below. So, let me, can I, hold on, Krita. So I gotta open up, like, in fact, I gotta make a new source in OBS for this. This is a major spoiler, by the way. This is if you have story spoiler things, I will tell you when I'm about to bring it up. Window capture, hold on a moment. Create new. Select a Krita. There we go. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay, you guys can see this side. Interesting. Why can you guys see this side? Also, where's my avatar gone? Oh, because window capture 3 is on top. Yeah, alright. Huh. Why is OBS being captured? Why is OBS being captured? Huh? That's weird. That should be capturing only Krita. Is this capturing Krita? Okay, it's mostly capturing Krita. Alright, alright. So, major spoilers about what the hell is happening here. This is being a bit weird. Come on. You. Why are you being so weird? Okay, OBS doesn't like window capture, apparently. Properties. Capture method. Windows 10. There we go. There we go. Okay. Spoiler coming in real hard for the next, like, minute. Literally 2 minutes. So come back in 2 minutes time if you don't want, like, major story spoilers starting now. Okay, loading. Oh god, it's loading. There we go. Okay, so, Oven Varmoth, the mysterious sigil. Give me a moment. Let me get Oven here. Huh. Right, there we go. Mysterious sigil, right? And then we, oh, no, shag off. Bring this above. Oven Varmoth. Turn down the opacity. They line up with the mysterious sigil. It also lines up with the Phoenix. You can spell Oven's name in his symbol, but it looks like the mysterious sigil is perhaps attacking the mysterious bird that is at the crest of Aaron Keep. And maybe we did a bad, and maybe the Masked King isn't that bad, and maybe everything is orphan powered, and maybe that's a shame. Kinda saw a bit of that coming. Yeah, that was the spoilers. No, don't save. Okay. We're back. We're back as if nothing happened. Holy shit, though. We're not gonna go too deep on making any commissions with the symbol, I don't think. We're gonna avoid that. I suspect it might be a little bit more than a little bit evil. I have a suspicion, you know, just a little suspicion. Oh, this one requires 20 steel. Do I have enough for this? No, we need more. Salvage this. And salvage this, because we need the wood. End the day. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Hello, good. We'll put off that guy. Yeah, we'll do this. Talk to Lucas Borion. Citadel Square, the beating heart of the keep. Citadel looms. Meet Lucas at the Marquette. You've already approached the traveler before. Sits outside the fallen doe, deep in conversation with richly dressed men in silk brocade. When he sees you approach, he waves them away. How can I help you, friend? Any progress? The moth is as flighty as her namesake, and harder to pin down, but I've lured her to a meeting with the promise of a gift. Apparently it is a custom when she meets a stranger for the first time. What kind of gift do you have in mind? You're a premier bladesmith in the city. Surely she'll appreciate your handiwork. I'll pay, of course. Why don't we meet tomorrow at your force to discuss this further? Dog, you don't need to pay. Chev was kind to me. It's 4, yeah. Head back to the forge. Ah! As if nothing has happened. Let's get some dough. Oh, it's all big stuff today. We have enough for precisely 1. What gets us the most? That's a lot of silver and not a what the fuck? Oh, it's Lucas. Right. It's Lucas. Yeah. 540, 19. That's a lot of silver. How much silver do I have? 37 silver. I can do it. It's worth it. Let's save a life. Oh. If you want opulent, I can give you opulent. I didn't even mean to click that. I didn't see the other thing. Forge. That's fine, though. It's pretty much what I would have picked. Oh, the new camera controls are actually sick. Is something happening with the sound? Alright, we don't need to go over on steel. One-handed, broad point, 7 engravings, stiffness, sharpness. Make it broad then. Actually, we'll put the cross section on to start. We don't have a balance point. We will add on a second cross section. I'm not one for subverting the order, but I do enjoy... There we go. Broad point. Sit. There we go. That's broad. One-handed, 7 engravings, and a lot of silver. Let's slap a... We don't... Okay, yeah. We'll do thickness here. Change thickness. Immediately lost. Ooh. Well, that's a problem. So it needs to be broader. Broader. Oh. That is a beefer. 1 kilogram, 75 centimeters? Nah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Second cross section, we are putting a little bit of a blend on it because I take pride in my work. Now, that's a lot of silver for one-handed. 7 engravings. That's probably where we're getting our silver. 1 in between resources. Yes, good. Good. That's still a lot of silver, though. 15 silver. How are we doing that? 7 engravings. Do engravings take up silver now? Can we make silver engravings? All of my wares were bought and paid for. We can't make silver engravings yet. Well, that's okay. I know what I'm doing here. Actually, we're going to start transitioning to my original Maker's Mark from when I was 14 to 16. What do we got on a curve? There we go. Let's actually do it this way. Oh, can I just flip it? Can I G-flip it? No, can't G-flip it. Do I have a longer arc? Yes. This is going to end up being more story relevant for reasons. Hello! Welcome! I don't know if you've been looking in Bladesong. Oh, there's our 7 engravings, though. If you've been looking in Bladesong's story, but we did just cross over some, like, super-de-duper ultra spoilers, perhaps. Material leather. We'll get to that. Let's get a grip on it. This is one-handed. Give it the tree root. Give it the tree root. And give it moth, smuggler, brown. Now for silver. Do we have complex hilts yet? I think we do. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Let's build out something a little crazy. Or is there straight? Oh, we can't make that match? Can we make this match? Is it Alt-S shrinks just the part you have? Yes. And we cannot make that match anyway. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I need to change it. Will that match with straight? The degree to which I think I've stumbled into something that might be, like, super fucking critical is not going to be an easy to forget one. That's the sort of story spoiler it is. Do we have connectors? Yes, we have connectors. Angled corner, angled time. Oh. Shrink this one down here. Apparently not that far. Curl this one up here. Apparently we can't get that one down that far. That's fine. We'll turn that into something. Yeah. Partial curve. More partial curve. And we'll turn all this into silver. Bing, bang, bong, bong, bang, bong, bing. We're gonna need more silver. What do we got? What's double-headed lion? Double-headed lion. Silver. That's most of it. Let's, pop one of these on. Yeah. What else can we fit on this? Oh, do we have any nagels? We have an end cap here we can turn into a nagel. Earned rest. Is there a book for masters we can get? Yeah. We're getting there. We just need, like, a piece. I think that's perfect. I think, hold on, let's see if I can... Yeah, that was perfect. The correct amount of silver. I'll give you opulent. Do I have polishing? I don't think I have polishing as a level yet. I don't. Still, though. Chrysolytic conversion. It removes the chrysalis. See the swords. Oh! More ornamental than functional. Mine is actually quite functional, thank you very much. Throat's uncut. So what's the next step? Usual spot, yes. I realized it should have been more ornamental. I should have gone with a different color leather. Ah, you're off this week. Hello. Lunch break. Very good. Oh, we got our level. Do I want flamboyance? Do I want engraving materials? Oh, engraving materials might make a lot of things easier. Treasure Hunter is tempting, just to get the Clodo achievement. I think I want engrave... I personally really... God, there's actually choices now. Almost none of these matter. Advanced blade shaping's kind of a thing. Polishing is nice. Polishing is really nice. I don't think it does anything for our economic situation. But I do care. Strong hands. Oh, hold on a second. Presumably that gets us a strength up, right? God damn it. See, the nobles are getting us an extra 10% already. I don't need to. I'm not charging the practical people more. Yeah, we'll take engraving materials because it gets us strong hands. And let me tell you. Yeah, increases tough. Oh, increases my AP by 1. The correct decision. Oh, absolutely the correct decision. Oh, hell yes. Hell yes. Okay. Okay, strong hands increases your AP by 1. Whoa. Whoa. That was also, like, all over. We can do Yago. Is this the same guard? Oh no, this guy just buys swords, right. He does get a silver. And some money. And we did go down quite a bit in money. 13 on the bar, which is... what? 20... Sorry, no, times... Yeah, 26, 260. That's 260? No, no. Times 5. Should be half. 70... No. 65. 65 in steel. 6. What do I got on the recovery? Not that much. What do I got on the upgrades? I get 1 extra AP if I spend this. 20 steel, 50 wood. I don't have the wood. So I'll do Yagos. Dog, you're going to get attacked by a magnet one day, and everyone around you is going to be thankful it was you and not them. Alright. What does he want? Two-handed narrow point. I respect the shit out of that. Oh, it's one of my favorite types. So I have a soft spot for big, beefy, but like heavily tapered one-handed blades. There's another smaller soft spot. Yeah, we'll give him the big long. For practically triangular two-handed blades with a medium-sized base. So we're gonna make this entirely out of, yeah, he needs a bit of impact, but that's it. Change thickness. Right, we're gonna put the cross-section on first. Two-handed narrow point. Yeah. And we're going to put on the taper thickness. That's pretty secure there. We're going to put on the point. Because the next one is going to be the taper width. So that'll come down to narrow. Taper width? Yes, width. And now, change that thickness down further. We are below weight. Can we get it to a reasonable amount without losing? Okay, there's our impact right there at 1 centimeter at the base. Impact, does impact go up with our polishing is nice? Yeah. Does impact go up with our hilt size? It should. I really need to dig into the math more. Oh, that's smaller taper. We need strong taper. There we go. We need more weight. That's fine. Wheel pommel. And of course, we're gonna lose a bit of mobility when we do this, though. Oh, hell yeah. Now we just need to narrow the point. We're fucking golden. It's a little heavy, my dude, but... No, point of balance 10. Won't cut for shit. But it'll do its job. That's right in bounds. Vanguard. Wait, no. Second rank. The idea of having someone who's behind you with a nice long sword to just stab underneath your arms at your opponent and not cut you, it's there. It's what we had a lot of spears for, but if you're in a narrow hallway, you're hanging out with your friends at your local Magic the Gathering tournament, and you get attacked, like, this'll solve. Yeah, it's essentially an S-Stock, yeah. It's essentially an S-Stock. A very back, that's just 10 centimeters, right? It's right here. It's 1, 2, yeah, it's right around here. Second rank, offer to Yago. There you go, my dude. I wouldn't call it a perfect blade, Yago, but you do you. I hope Yago comes to terms with his materialism. I also hope that the Scrap Peddler has some... Actually, let's see what Oscar's got. Oscar! You again, what can I do with you? What do you got? Give me this. Give me these. Continue. Goodbye. Till our paths cross again. Thanks, Oscar. Yeah, I'm more on Oscar's side now. Ivor's got gold. Tuvain, do you even have anything for me? Silver. I'm good on silver. Goodbye to the Provost. Scrap Peddler, my boy. He's not contagious. Dude had strep throat once, and it fucked him forever. What do we got in wood total? Just so I don't have to spend the entire day. We could do... How are we doing on steel? Ugh. Alright, we're gonna need to... Say goodbye. Tell your friends about me. We're gonna need to be a little careful with our resources, as they are all going down. But... End the day. Meeting on the Moth. Yeah. S-Stock. Citadel Square. Come on. Meet with Lucas at the Fallen Doe. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? I have 4 in... Oh, it's 4 in diplomacy. My knowledge is only 1. Alright. Meet us in the Lost City. Man, I was just here. Wave to the Scrap Peddler as we go. Hey, buddy. Something's wrong. Shards crunch underfoot. Somewhere, a magpie croaks its ugly song. Well, that's mean. There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? Like ice crawling all over your skin. Let's hurry. I'm sure I just heard something behind us. Quicken your pace. Shortly thereafter, you find yourself at a ruined tavern. One wall collapsed, door hanging from its hinges. The faded wooden sign proclaims it the Dog and Bucket. I had a drink here once, before the sundering. Not a nice place. This might be an improvement. She said she'd meet us here. Where is she? Around you, shadows detach from the walls, revealing themselves to be hard-faced men with crossbows in hand. Faces peer from rooftops. A slender figure strolls toward you, followed by the worshipful eyes of the crossbowman. Her hair is cropped to a fine blonde stubble. One eye is framed by a dark streak of charcoal. Come, bat, to heal. Looming behind her like a creature from a nightmare is a man the size of a bear wearing a spiked collar and a greatsword across his back. His ears are grotesquely large and pointed, his eyes empty sockets, yet he walks with the confidence of a man with sight. Yes, Moth, with you. The huge man pads as close behind her as a shadow. Good tidings. Tribute, and we can talk. Lucas unsheathes the blade with a flourish and presents it to her hilt first. She takes it with a snort of amusement. Pretty, Bat. The huge man grasps the blade with one massive hand and stows it away. What did you want of me? Be quick. The woman in the camp, her name is Chev. We need to get her into the city. My niece, Shavana. Don't tell her why. She's been stuck in the camp for too long already. Do you have the coin? Of course. Lucas hands the leather bag to the moth, who counts the coins methodically. The silence stretches on uncomfortably, broken only by the clink of thalers. Wait in silence. After some time, Moth finishes counting. She looks up, her eye blazing from the black streak of the charcoal. The number's right. Go find your Chev and tell her we can get her into the city. She'll need to meet us here, midnight, alone. Understood. Moth walks away, gesturing to her crew. They melt back at the shadows. The bat's empty sockets bore into you before he turns to follow. Let's go. This is a cursed place. Flee the lost city. We scurry back to the safety of Aaron Keep's walls at the outer gate. Lucas lets out a sigh of relief. I can speak, I swear. That woman scared me, but she comes highly recommended. I don't mind if she's bad-mannered, so long as she's reliable. I trust her reputation. Can you tell Chev where to meet the moth? I don't want to leave the safety of the city again, ever, if I can help it. A new day has dawned. Alright, let's do some work. We got 11. That's a 7 and a 4. Or we can figure out what's best and then up our stuff. We're going to need to up our stuff. What do you got? 12 of my 24 and 15. 15 back. What do you got? Tools, mystery reward. Seek to become a knight of the Citadel, need a trusty blade, indigo. 89, 105, 85, and some gold. That gets me back 6 steel of the 8 it costs at 7? A wee baby boy. And you're doing 12, 15 wood, plus 2 wheels at 9. I'm going with Tobias, I think, because he pretty much pays off himself entirely. Yeah. Quite young to be carrying a sword. Father and uncle taught me why to carry a sword. Stand for those who cannot stand, speak for those who have no voice, strike only in defense of yourself or the innocent. What kind of sword do you need? One size for my reach, balance for speed, not brute force. Technique beats strength. I have both. I'll grow into a heavier blade, but for now I need something I can actually wield. Very good. Need something short. I see the Tang lights up with us now. He needs speed. We'll give him that. We'll give him a 1 single-edged. Oh, no, not fuller. Need cross-section. One side. Thickness. Oh, there should be both sides. Let's get it down to 0.7. There we go. We'll give him another cross-section near the tip. On the back. Nice, proper Messer-esque. We'll give it the slightest curve. There we go. Point. Double-sided point, please. And then we'll give it a bit of taper thickness. That's looking good. That's looking good indeed. Speed we will get as soon as we add our handle. We're gonna get him a what? What do we have for asymmetrics? Do we have any asymmetrics yet? No. This kid knows what he's doing? I don't think he does. I think he needs to learn about, like, gang mechanics. Give him presents. Yeah, we'll give him a presents. We'll do, Where are they? Here we go. Slide. Wait for it. Oh, that one can't go low enough. You. I'm gonna need to do this, aren't I? Nope, doesn't fit. How do we make that? Can we make that fit? I want this to go down. You know what, we'll put this on the back. Put this on the front. Now I'll put it forward. As long as he is bold, this will work. Where are our snake heads? Where is Sneck? It's up here somewhere. I really should just start going like, ah, Sihinora. Yeah, search Sihi. Oh, it was under end cap. Nope, you. And you. Get you. If he knows what he's doing, this will work. Although I kind of want to change this one out. What do we got? You know what? No. Give him the head. That should work. Now. The leather. What does he need? Walnut brown? Makes sense. Where are our grips? He knows what he's doing. That should serve him. Walnut. Thank you. And a pommel. We'll give him a Bakunawa. Oh. I see what happened. I got my fingers all confused. He needs a little bit more walnut brown. We need the other slightly larger grip. Alright. That will work. I just realized we don't have a Sikinoran pommel, do we? How? Snesser. Alright, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. That is everything? Yeah, alright. Perfectly straight and steady. Oh, God, not perfectly straight, please. Take care of your family. Memory of the song. I will swear it by my memory of the song. Alright, now the rest of the day is 22 steel on these. Holy shit. 14 wood. We got 2 left. 14, 16, and... we're gonna spend some of tomorrow's doing extra shit, so I'm gonna do this. Open that up. 39 bucks. Hell yeah. And now... tomorrow we can finish the showroom. End the day. The camp? Seek out Chev. Lucas and I have arranged for you to be smuggled into Erin Keep. As you explain, she looks at you, her eyes bright and swimming with tears. Truly? I wouldn't joke about something about this. Except the hug. Thank you, Smith. You and my Uncle Lucas, you've been so good to me. She begins packing up her meager possessions, a comb, a blanket, a handful of coins. I'll be in Erin Keep by the morrow. We'll meet in the Citadel Square. Don't be late. Just be careful. I don't know if we can trust this mob. Seize the chance with both hands. Very good. Grimmer. Without her presence, the camp seems even grimmer than before. A place full of hostility and strangers. You best be moving on. It's hard to believe you ever lived outside Erin Keep's protective walls. Out here, death's always in the air, and the memory of hunger gnaws at your belly. Better hurry to the warmth and safety of your forge. The applicants are giving you strange looks. You no longer live here. Well, we've got an upgrade. Forge 1. Hey, the window's fixed. There's stuff in the corners. Our coal pile isn't just kind of there. Oh, hello. Oh, we upgrade both. Cool. Well, we start with the forge. That gets us that AP. And I don't have the steel. Actually, what do I have the steel for? We got 1 crows on 15. I'll take it. Needs leather. New steel. Lost last blade in a rib cage. I remember her. She keeps losing blades and rib cages. We gotta do some suction stuff. It's just the angle she's coming up at. She must be a bit short. Ah, well, it was good to have you anyway, Dwarf. Thanks for stopping by. As anyone watching can tell, I have the sense of rhythm of an epileptic badger, which is bad in the best of times. Oh, that's taper thickness. I meant to do change thickness. There we go. We'll do... for hand and a half, 5.8. It's good. We'll get that point on the regular point. Could be easier here. Hand and a half with this. Yeah, we'll get the weight up here. Not enough resources. No. Hey, you know what? No, I know what to do with this. She keeps losing them. Oh, that actually... we do have a problem. We have to leave. We have to get stuff. We have to get stuff. 13 steel there. 9 steel there. There we go. Let's actually up the weight by changing the width. And tapering that width. That's got us about halfway. If we do our hand-and-a-half grip here, starting with these, we'll do a strong taper. Not enough resources on wood! Oh no. I don't have enough. We gotta go out the shops. Scrap peddler. What do you got for me? Wood. We are losing out on money. Goodbye. Forge. We got one more AP in. We probably should milk that. What do we need here? Yeah, as soon as we put on our half here, that needs to be leather. Where's our other bit? She keeps losing things. I'm gonna reverse the order here. Where's our inverses? There we go. Keeps losing it. We'll give her a pommel. Where's our pommels gone? Nice big wheel. No, wheel's too big. Give her the ring. So we need quillins anyway. Hand and a half, a little too high. There we go. Mobility is back up. Weight is about to be back up. I'm gonna get rid of those. There we go. A little bit of a stress riser, but she's going to lose it again anyway. Why are we not at hand and a half? Why is this not counting for hand and a half? There we go. We put the leather on. Leather. She needs a smidge more weight. We're gonna give it to her. How are we gonna give it to her? There we go. Oh, there we go. That's everything. Rib abjure. That looks good. Continue. Why are you gnawing on my swords? Stop gnawing on my swords. Dead won't rob themselves. Ah, good. I'm glad she knows what's up. What is on the go in here? Why am I in here now? Right, because this is where I was. Yeah, okay. We gotta do a bunch of jobs now. We gotta do a bunch of jobs. We'll end the day. Chef should have made a decision by now. Yes, good. All right. What time is it? 14:24. We got plenty of time. Meet with Lucas. She's not here yet. Do you think she is? I'm sure she's fine. You said the moth's reputation was ironclad. You stay out there for the entire evening. By the end of night, Lucas' head is buried in his hands. At last, a familiar figure stumbles out of the darkness, but something's wrong. Chev collapses Lucas' arms with a sigh. You can see her back is soaked in blood. Shivena! Hello, Uncle. I made it. Treat Chev's wound. Knowledge. Failure. No! You do your best. You're not sure how tightly to wrap the bandages. Snatches the gauze from your hands. Let me. Soon, a pale and shivering Chev is out of immediate danger. She's swaying dangerously in her chair, clearly moments passing out. Sorry for causing such a fuss. You're going to be fine. I tried. Looks at you, his eyes full of concern. I'll take Shivena upstairs and put her to bed. We'll get to the bottom of this when she's recovered. the evil fallen doe. You head back out to the bustle of the Citadel Square. Hopefully Chev will be feeling better by tomorrow, and you can learn exactly what happened to her. Buy food at the market. Head back to the forge. Alright, we need to get some dough. Okay, you pay off part of yourself. 9 down to 11. And you're 18, but Magisterium. And you're 13 with fuck all. 13 is 65. Brings us to 90-something dollars and a mystery reward. 4 and oh god, I can do double 7s now. We'll do all of these. Except Forge. Well, not all of these. We'll do most of these. This guy needs a piece of rebar. Change thickness. I don't actually sell pieces of rebar. That is an important part. Oh, almost had it. What is this? 77? We'll do a taper thickness. Down to... Oh, it caps out at 0.3 here, doesn't it? Yeah, caps out at 0.3. So, we'll do a taper width. We'll even add some... it's a noble. We're not going to add anything. Give him a point. Narrow point. Two-handed. Ooh. Yeah, he's going to be using this for dueling, so... We'll give him this. It'll cut, but it won't kill as much. I mean, it still will kill. That's dead metal sharpness. What am I doing? Two-handed. Give him a nice square cross, like prefab. No need to be fancy with it. And then strong taper slim. Where's our balance? 16? Give him a fishtail. Point of balance 3. Yeah. That'll keep him going. Easy to wear. Easy to feel. Leather. What's he want? Saddle brown? Well, that did both. You know what? There you go, buddy. Where's a riser for you? Where are our risers? Barrel. There's our risers. There you go. Blouse stainer. Blouse stainer. Contented seal. That's a dueling sword. It'll do what I need it to do. Now I need more steel. And more wood. We're down to 8. I can do another 1 and still take that 7. I think I just salvaged the shit out of everything. I still need things to go up. Magisterium 18. And they get creds and mystery. Sharpness, impact, balance. Ooh, balance and impact. Lord Guard. Alright, sure. Fuck it, we'll give it a shot. I want more Magisterium oomph. Get our length up. One-handed and, ooh, long. Oh no, 70. 70. I gotta remember that this is only 30 centimeters long. This is like 32 centimeter face. And that's not that much. We're going to change thickness. Again, I'm gonna bring this down to like 7. Is that 9 or 5? That's 9. My resolution's been a little off lately. It's actually getting hard to see some shit. Width. That's gonna need to be wide. They want a narrow point. They want 1 impact. So we put the point on. It's about to get funnier. Taper thickness. Only a little bit of taper thickness here. That'll be good. And then we'll taper width kind of heavily. As long as we don't lose our impact entirely. There we go. Sharpness. Cross section. Should have had that on first. We're gonna back off our taper width. And we'll narrow our... Oh, hold on, not that much. There we go. We'll narrow our point a bit more. That impact we can do by making it a little wider, I think. There we go. Both looking good. Alright, now we're going to... Oh, the sharpness isn't high enough. Why isn't the sharpness high enough? How is the sharpness not high enough? How is the sharpness not high enough? There's our narrow point gone. There we go. Fucking, I guess. One-handed. Jesus, what are you doing with this? Let's give him a block. And a side ring. Doing lore guards, so here you go. Balance. That's gonna be the fun one to get down. What do we got on pommels? What do we have on pommels? Is crown ovular? Crown's ovular. That almost gets our pommels down. I know how to get our balance down. It'll also be a lot easier for you to deal with when you're sharpening. I think I can fix the balance. Balance is at 14? Yeah, I can fix that balance pretty quick. We're gonna take a straight. I'm gonna curve this one up. And we're gonna curve this one down. We're gonna curve this one down much more. Shorten this one a bit. There we go. And a bit more balance. A bit more balance. How do we get a bit more balance? Can I extend this a little bit? Without losing one-handed? Nope, I lose one-handed at pretty much the exact point I need. Oh, we'll just make these a little larger. Make these a little larger. And... I gotta bend this out a little bit. There we go. That should be big enough to fit a hand in. Yeah, that'll fit. Well, it is what it is. Book surf. This blade sings. Yep, he said it. He said it. Now, yeah, we end the day. Ducal Crypt, Houndsburg. Check on how Chev's doing. I'm gonna steady stay instead. We're gonna need to balance back up. Yo. Sorry, just heard the music. Approach the bar. Buy a hot meal. Kiel name. Meat and mushroom pie for our guest. Well fed. Nice talking to you, Nico. Leave the inn. I guess it's well fed. Guy's still beating the beggar. We have 14 today. And I think we're going to go to the scrap peddler. Buy a stack of this. That and that. Goodbye. We're gonna need to be careful. So we have 14, which is enough for 8, 4, and 5. Sorry, no, 8, 5, and 1. What do you got? I need a sword, I can pay. Voice is pitched incongruously high. Okay, that's all I need to hear. Shifting dust cast over the city like a net. It just flies, trapped in this web. Yeah, we'll accept the 5 to start with, because he's paying 167 for not much. Get our blade length up. Alright, thickness down. Oh, needed more there. 0.5 should be fine. Give him a cross section. Give him a little bit of width. Where's my width? There we go. Needs a narrow point. Point. I keep hearing the click go off and it not register. There we go. We need a bit more thickness. Wrong direction. We're going to get our speed from our hand. Let's see if we get our weight as well. Yeah, that's everything we need there. We just need to get our weight up. Let's give him a gladius. Like, just straight up a gladius. Ooh, that's not good. No amount of shifting is going to change that. Which means I'm going to need steel. Brings us to 8. I need steel anyway. Those are good. The rest of the day I'm going to just turn into salvage. So in fact, I'm just going to salvage right now. Yeah. What do you get me? 6. These are sellable. I gotta remember that. Alright, let's get him a pommel. Savory. The man is rather unsavory. Save it for outside the forge. The time has come. Several of those coins are stained with blood. Alright, yeah, we end the day. We go check up on Chev. Head to the Fallen Dough. Barmaid directs you upstairs. Lucas, good to see you, Smith. Chef's feeling much better. Don't speak on my behalf. I'll be the one who judges whether I'm better or not. See? Much better. Smith, I wanted to thank you. Although things didn't go exactly according to plan, I'm here, safe and alive. A little blood is a small price to pay. However, can I repay you? I'm glad you made it. A toast to the Smith! Without you, I'd be dead in a ditch. I am now inspired. Journal entry, helping the neighbor. Despite her injury, despite everything she's gone through, she's safe and well. It sounds as though she's got a story to tell. What happened? Now that's the story. My memory's fuzzy. Went to the Lost City. She was waiting for me, the moth and her hulking pet, the bat standing there looking for Sasha. When I got there, it already gathered a whole group of applicants from the camp. Ordinary folk who'd somehow got their hands on enough coin to earn the moth's attention. Smugglers didn't leave them a penny. They gave us each a bottle, a brew as black as pitch. They said it would fortify us for the journey ahead, but as soon as I touched my lips, I could tell it was something fouler than that. What kind of alchemy that was. I wasn't born yesterday. I pretended to drink, but spat out most of it when no one was looking. Judging by the way it affected the others, I figured it was meant to make us quiet and compliant, easier to handle. Also to affect our memories, because even though I hardly drank any, I can scarcely recall what happened next. I think I know who the moth is. That's ominous. They led us to a ruined building in the Lost City, and then down into a secret tunnel. Called it. We went under the wall and into some kind of sewer by the burning dead. You wouldn't believe the stench. After that, my memory gets fuzzy. We took so many twists and turns. The next thing I remember, there was moth's men tying a rope around people's wrists. Someone tried to resist, and they punched him so hard, I heard teeth chatter. I let them tie me up without a word of complaint. It's lucky I had that knife you gave me, Smith. I was able to cut the ropes and slip away. One of the men noticed me, so I shoved the blade in his ribs and took off running. What happened next? That big fellow, the bat, he was quick. Quicker than a man so large as any right being. Struck out with his blade and left me a scar to remember him by, but I lost him in the tunnels. Do you know where they were taking you? They weren't exactly stopping to explain themselves. I ran through the tunnels for what felt like hours, bleeding like a pig, scrambling up as I followed the scent of fresh air. I found myself wandering around downtown. I remember the directions Lucas gave me and made my way to the Citadel Square. You know the rest. Might be best if you kept low profile and Aaron Keep for a while. Don't have to tell me twice, Smith. I'm happy you're holding up in this tavern until they forget about me. What are your next steps? Get some rest after I recover, I'm not sure. Suppose I'll need a job. Washing dishes, scrubbing floors, I don't care what I have to do. I don't want to be a burden on Lucas, not after he's already done. Don't be too regular as though. No niece of mine will be scrubbing floors. How's the wound? Not too bad, thanks to Lucas. Still hurts though. That'll be running any races anytime soon. Speak to Lucas. Now that Chev's safe, a weight is lifted from his shoulders. There are a few men in the long dusk so prone to smiling and laughter. Bid Lucas goodbye. As always, a delight. Through to the market. Back to the forge. I like that they give you a chance to buy food at the market. Ah, hell yeah. Here we go. We got a 10 and a... Wait, Dr. Merlot. I could do a 5, an 8, and a 1. Ooh. You pay for yourself. And you have Magisterium. You pay for yourself. 8 and a 5 is 13. Plus 1. What are you getting on money? 45, 53. Not much in the way of money. Hila is... Oh, hold on. If I do an 8 and a 4... She's 16. Why 10 and a 13? 10 and a 6, 120. I want that Magisterium. What are you researching? Probably wouldn't understand it. I understand more than you think. Failure! I've not... Yeah, of course you do. Theories on resurgence of plague across... true enough. I'll do the thinking. I'll make this blade for you. Be quick, will you? We'll accept. And that means that we can go... If we go 4, we can spend the rest of the day... Where's my salvage? Oh, whatever. We'll forge his first. Swords of the East. Oh, you want a Tanto. You just want like a thing that cuts, don't you? Alright. Change width. One side, other side. Taper width. Still what? Taper width. Still one side. We'll put a point on the back. That gets us our, yeah, that gets us our bend. We'll put a point on the front. There we go. Cross section. Very sane cross section. We're gonna flip this to this side. Actually, I'm gonna delete cross section, bring it all the way up to here. And we'll put another one to here. Blend. Not that much of a blend. There we go. Now we'll take off that thickness. There you go. And a tiny curve. I find it funny that the default curve goes forward. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? We need a more powerful point on the back. There we go. Swords of the East, Volume 1. That seems fine. Narrow point. Oh, we need a narrower point. I can actually change the length and get that. Stiffness, so we'll just take the thickness up. There we go. That should be good enough. Nice little punching one. And Swords of the East. There's Urtsuba. And where... We'll get your grip on. Grip. There's one-handed. We do not have room for a Seppa. Where is our pommels? There we are. We'll even give you the wrap, because I know what you're going for. Leather. There you go. It is a filleting Tanto. God, that's terrible. Fits the thing, though. Scale puncher. Ah, it's the noun verber. Now to see if my theories bear fruit. Farewell, Smith. Magisterium plus 42. I can do that 8 and just get a full day of juice. Timid knock on my door. Come in. A middle-aged woman. Deep circle. Oh. Direction from what? Man named Hendy. Oh, God. Save me from the dust. I made him that sword. I'm sorry. A man like them can't be trusted with a spoon, let alone a sword. Guards won't deal with a madman in Merkside. I'll start work right away. Thank you. There we go. No, we're giving you the full length. He's huge. That should be good. Change thickness. Put the cross-section on first. No reason for anything fancy. Give it the full length. Just need to get the point in him. Narrow point? Yes, of course. And then... oh, I'll actually go back to our normal change thickness. Here we go. There we go. And our weight will come up as soon as we put our hilt on. I gave him a broad thing. Big cutter. Give her the Malchus. We need this to not come out of her hands. We'll give her the inverse taper. Twisted taper. Twisted tape is fine. Where's our balance? 21. No. Keep it indexed. Doesn't need to be comfortable. Our speed isn't high enough. Do we need to reduce the point for speed? Is the ring better? Ring's better on weight. Where's a peen? That's gonna matter. How can we get some speed up? Little mass near the point. Yeah, we'll give her a taper. We'll give her a taper. Oh, balance is still 15. We're giving her taper thickness as well. Oh, not that much. Can I change the width? And then increase the taper. There we go. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Point of balance is 13. It's still a little further forward than I want. The weight's right in the middle. If she's not going to remember to not be afraid of this guy. That's cutty enough. It's only half a kilogram. So... that's going to index fine. It's not going to slip. We'll make it leather. Yellow. So you can see it. On a dark night. Wait. Yeah, white's the one. Slight curve downward. That should be fine. I want her... if she parries even once and it hits this, it's going to tip it. And as long as she's thinking about bringing the sword forward, that's going to bring the sword forward. We're at balance 12, which is here. That might be it. That might be it. She's got the tack, so he's not going to grab onto it. She might. No, we'll call it good. Hender. Oh, no, you. Hender. There we go. Offer to Risa. Her arm trembling under the weight. It shouldn't be that heavy. It is half a pound. Thank you. The Hender. There we go. 3 days remaining and 1 day on well-fed. Orge. Shop. Yeah, we'll end the day there. Once we get a bit more in the way of steel. Now we have the extra... Oh, extra diplomacy as well. Do I want more steel today? I don't think I do. End day. Augsburg. What do we got? Magnificent building, arched windows, gazing down the courtyard below like the hooded eyes of a predator. Money gathers like silt at a river bend. Oof. The square bustles with wagons, merchants, and midnight black horses stamping their hooves. The hall's oaken doors are flanked by crossbow-armed guards. Overhead is emblazoned the League's coat of arms, a gauntlet clutching a bushel of grain. We can see it there. State your business. I'm here to speak to Gileth. Must be the smith. Head inside. Shining marble, carved with utopian murals showing men building roads and shaking hands. Beyond an opulent front desk is a grand sweeping staircase lined with empty suits of armor. Debtors claiming for clemency. The desk is manned by a wall of hard-faced clerks fending off petitioners, merchants complaining about delayed cargo, porters demanding the back pay, debtors pleading for clemency, all crashing against the League's clerks like a tide against a cliff. Put up a poster. Faction reputation Augsburg plus 30. Hell yes. Assess the wagons. Success! I have a success today. Most are irrelevant now. Tattered remnants of places or lineages long since lost in the sundering. You catch sight of one, however, that makes you think of old Nikau and the steady stay. The crest of Kajavo, with its golden bough tree and splendid blue sun. Approaching the wagon, you find a solemn-faced old trader whose face is a mass of wrinkles. Do you hail from the 70 islands of Kajavo? Aye, why do you seek news of Kajavo, smith? I know someone from Phosphie. Phosphie? He wonders what became of his homeland. Tell your friend I am sorry. Leviathans rose from the seas during the sundering. The 70 islands were hit worst of all. They sank beneath the waves, lost without a trace. All that remains of Kajavo is empty water and the ghost of its people. You leave him to his grief. Look for Gileth. Office is upstairs. As you ascend, the battle entrance hall is quickly muffled by heavy velvet carpet. Gileth Strahd, alderman. Knock. Enter. Enter. Oh no, he's what? Oh no, it's this guy. Stepping inside, you find a man wearing a ruffled silk jacket, a curtain of dark hair falling over one eye. He has a gold loop through one ear and the lazy smile of a cat in a sunbeam. But his eyes glitter with deep cunning. Ah, the smith. Simply wondrous to meet with you. I've heard so much. Some of it even good. He extends a slender hand. Shake. His grasp is clammy and warm. I understand you've suffered a bad impression of the Augsburg League. You've had dealings with Pradesh, yes? Pradesh was keeping a good man as a slave. Is that what your league stands for? Casman was working off his debt.
and would have been freed as soon as he was done. What could be more fair? Hold on a moment. Hold on a moment. Could lend money with more forgiving interest rates. Our loans save desperate souls in their time of need. Besides, if we were to stop lending, we'd be replaced by less scrupulous folk.
If we didn't do it, someone else would do it defense. Never allow this. This is not a defense. These people immediately do not.
What about the fact you crush your competition, demand a chunk of all trade in the keep? I won't deny it. That's what we have to do to stay afloat. But if you join us rather than oppose us, we make excellent friends. Perhaps now you'll permit me to defend the League. Men like Pradesh are blind worms tunneling through the mud, seeing only as far as the glint of the next coin. But the leaders of the League have a far greater vision. We seek to rebuild the world, stitch together this realm's fragments by repairing roads, re-establishing settlements, and defending trade routes. We want to exterminate the bandits, warlords, and monsters, and bring peace through economic prosperity. For that, we need coin, and men like Pradesh, and to bloody our hands on occasion, but if we succeed, the history books will not judge us harshly. And what are you doing to advance these aims? We run the farm... Oh, do you? We run the farm mines and the various lumber camps. Day by day, these grow from labor sites to small settlements. Even the warlords do not dare disturb our trade routes. Every year we find new settlements and build roads to their gates. When they are targeted by bandits, we send mercenaries to reinforce them. By such means, an empire is forged. I see merit in your words. Most do, eventually.
He sits back, steepling his fingers. So, yeah, he's right. He's still an asshole, and we should still oppose him a little bit. Never make it easy for people to build an empire. Make them walk that razor edge.
But I tire of this philosophical talk. I'm a businessman. Let's do business. Why did you send for me? We're doing good business, and the League likes that. But you're not doing business with us, and that's terrible waste. Let's change that. We pay good money for good blades.
Beginning of a profitable partnership.
Prove a reliable business partner, and we may even invite you to join our ranks.
What are the benefits of joining the Houndsburg League?
New clients, better supplies, protection from the law, discount on wares you buy directly from us. In return, we just ask you to pay your dues.
Ah, my dues.
The entry price is $600. In return, you secure protection of the Houndsburg League as an official membership certificate. You can hang it in your workshop so patrons know you are League approved. I'll gather my funds. Excellent! I look forward to working with you.
Always tell them what they want to hear, never necessarily give them what they want.
Make your excuses and leave. Come back anytime, Smith. My door is always open.
Explore the courtyard. They look up as you approach like hungry dogs scenting a rabbit. Oh, sorry. Thought you were someone else. Higher faction rank. Return to the forge.
Well then. Wasn't that an interesting event?
We have 12. We can do an 11 and a 1. Almost pays. No. Oh, God. Para, you keep losing things in people's ribcage. What do you, 11, 4, down to, what was that? 7.
and a hat. Delilah. Need something small, white weight, blade. Beleaguered mother for 5. 5 on 4 makes 9, and then 3 for 12. What do you need? Saddle brown, and you're paying. Down to 13 plus old tools. I'll sell the shackles and the horseshoe. Alright. We'll do Julian's first. He just needs something long. One-handed with a lot of leather. Long ass sword. Where are we at? 8? Yeah, that's fine. Inch width. Give him a cross section. We'll give him another dueler. I guess it needs a point. Strongly curved. Ooh. Get it back going the way we normally do it. I'm gonna make that cross section single-edged. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna give him that. One-handed, saddle brown. Let's just make it an oval. Where's our saddle brown? Saddle brown is intrinsically leather. Oh, I guess it could be a rope wrap later, which is why. So now all he needs is a pommel. Here's your ring pommel. And your sword. Noblesworth. Contented seal. Contented seals. Keep your family safe, and you're paying most of your steel back. Hell yes. We'll give you your length. Oh, she wants a crimson. That's good. Four. There we go. We'll give her broad point. Yeah, we'll change the width on one side. And we'll change the width on the other side to be less. Give her a nice broad point. I see. Point. We're going to double side the point. She wants a little bit more on the thickness, so we're going to actually have to change thickness. We're going to make it one-sided, though. Why is... Oh, that's why. There we go. And... one-handed crimson. It's got mobility, it's got sharpness, it doesn't have any impact, that's fine. Give her the square cross, and... Is she thrusting with this? No, she's not thrusting with this. We'll give her the inverse taper. Call it crimson. And give her a pommel. Where's our balance? Our balance is at 10. For this... Oh, hold on, I'm gonna reduce the square cross. I'm gonna swap over. There we go. There we go. That'll do her over.
Might even make that broader. I'm gonna make that broader. There you go. Oop. There you go. That'll keep the brigands at bay. Brigandite. Sleep better tonight. And now we're on 3, so we'll break down steel. 21, steel, 22. And steel 16. That's a good chunk. We're starting to get back up. End the day. Oh. Talk to Nico. Do I wanna? I don't want to bring you sad news. I gotta, though. Kahavu, my home, my heart. This was only one traveler. Perhaps he was mistaken. I know this is a bitter truth, but denial does, you know. Keep an ear out, good friend. Find someone who else brings Kahavu. No charge. Leave the inn, still beating a beggar. New day has dawned. Continue. Sentinel prophecy is fake. Prophecies don't work like that. Ha! Resting my arms. What happened to Citadel Square? Was that my doing? The riots were sparked by sword hammer. We can't think that way. We just make blades. The responsibility lies in the hands that wield them, right? How's your ear? It's healing up, not infected, thank the fates. I wish my mind could recover as quickly as my body. I have trouble getting to sleep now, even after a hard day's work. And when I do sleep... Ugh. I'm sorry, this was my fault. Don't apologize, the martial order is not you. Let's get back to work. Yes, of course. Yeah, so we have higher AP and increases XP today. So we want to do, well, as many jobs as we can, I guess. 4, 9, 14. All right. Silver, are you paying enough for your silver? Yes. Surprisingly. 8 silver is 80 total. Paying off steel entirely, plus 5, so that's 25. Yes. Finest blade you are capable of producing. What are the specifications? Balanced and functional, this woman is a warrior. She'll not want decorative piece. A symbol of authority. Ah! Forge. I do like our librarian. Balance. What do you mean, well balanced? This is a... Are you a lunatic? One-handed. Balanced like that. 20 centimeter point of balance. Somehow I lost mobility on that. I wonder why. I'm gonna width. Where are we? 0.5? 0.6. We're going to taper width on the back. all the way down to 0. Curve. Curve it all the way up. Delete, curve, curve all the way up. Delete the bottom. There's our strong curve. Cross section. Our sharpness is somehow not high enough. Point. How is our sharpness not high enough? Width. Jesus, that's some stiffness, I guess. Regular point. We're going to need to taper width. We still don't have the sharpness. How do we not have the sharpness? This thing goes on forever. Oh, is the cross-section not fully in? No, cross-section's fully in. We're losing sharpness up here. Oh, it's shelving because of the curve. Yeah, look, sharpness going up. Sharpness going down. Sharpness there. Alright. How do we get, like, one more sharpness? Not you. Just need more width. How? Doug, what are you looking for? There's your sharpness. Alright, fuck off. Holy shit, 33 point of balance. I gotta fight a 33 point of balance right now? Don't know what I hit there, but, oh, we lost our point, that's why. There we go. God, what do we gotta fucking... We gotta do something on this? Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna ham it up a bit. We're gonna ignore the fact that those are butted poorly. What do you want on... It's one hand, literally just one-handed, huh? Give her the horse. Alright. Now, how do we balance this a little better? Other. And... a little bit of gold. No. Back to steel. How do we get our balance up a bit? I'm going to take that off. And we're going to go grab a straight. Make that straight balance a little better. There we go. You go. You get copied. Where's our connectors? And having this come down here will help our balance a little bit. Come on. Give me slightly bigger pommel. Why is that? How high up is my balance? 21. I need it to be at
20 is... Yeah, that's what there's going to be. Do I have any spine for a fuller? No. I don't want to adjust the blade stats. Oh, you know what? Make this one bigger. Where's our balance at? 21.23. Hmm. Do we have something I can put on this? Slash. Other than mouse that can... Oh, there we go. We can do that. We're at 20.82. I am fighting for my life with this one. 20.71. I need a bigger pommel, plain and simple. It gets us everything. Oh, burr. There you go. What happens if the Green Sister says no? Then I've undertaken a long, perilous journey for no reason. Good luck, then. Good. We still have 1 AP left, and we're going to use it to get some steel. End the day. Ah! Approach the bar. Nice talking to you, Nico. Leave the inn. New day has dawned. Dawned. Houndsburg League, what do you got? Oh, you actually pay well. Like, really well. No, never mind. Hold on. 23 is... Oh, times 5. 125, less a bit. 115. You barely pay at all. I needed a saber, something to swing from horseback. No requirement. Oh, we still have Willem as well. We'll get Willem. There we go. Thickness. Change. I don't need to change anything. I can put a cross section and a point on it. Point. One-handed 8 engravings. All right. Smith's Companion. Hup. Go. Get us our circle and our I gotta do this way, don't I?
90-degree angle left, 90-degree angle right. Oh. Eight engravings. Oh, it'll be 8 as soon as I put this on. Put a dot. Material silver. What can we do with silver? Well, it's quite a bit. Where's our grips? Grips first. That'll probably be enough in silver, right? There we go. Fine cut. Hey! Yeah, that's fine. Do what you need to do. Plump man smiles like a contented seal. Lord. Yes. Houndsburg League. So I got 5, 6. That's 11. We got enough. Let's just do it. Leather is the hard one. This is leather and two-handed. Good. Something you get. That's why he wants impact. Something you can swing for horseback. Change thickness. Bring it all the way down. We'll bring it down to 0.7. There, that's perfect, actually. Change width. One side, mostly. Over the old... We're not even going to give it a taper. We're just going to give it a point. Arrow-pointed saber. Ooh. Well, we will give it a taper width on the back. Point here. Keep that going. And then cross-section. Double. And you know what? Their impact going up. Their stiffness is. Bring it wide. We'll get the narrow point in a moment. Actually, what we can do is we can taper width again. Undo that. We'll taper it out, give him a falchion, essentially. Delete. Taper width. Three, 4, 5. Why does it let me go? Four, come on. Doesn't show the, doesn't show. Oh. Why does it let me go? Oh, come on. Oh, we've run into a bug, I think. We ran into a bug. That was a weird one. I think I need to make it ever so slightly thicker. There we go. And I've got the narrow point still. A saber, you say? Eh, close enough. Which we don't even need that much. We'll put a... sellsword? Give him an old one of these. Give him the Bakunawa. Well, it's what he's asking for. Oh no, I need leather. It's two-handed saber for horseback. Where's our leather? Where is our leather? Yeah. Requirement. Unifier-esque. Right balance for mounted work. Good work too. I didn't even look at the balance. That was Houndsburg, right? Yeah. Yeah, we just have enough to do all of the ones for today. Exactly as I seen it, exactly. 3 nights ago I saw in my dreams, clear as day in the waking, the blade was in my hands and saved me from some hero. What exactly did you see in this dream? Doom is coming to Aaron Keep. Every man for himself. Terrible glowing eyes, I had the sword, I will keep it at bay. Tell me about the sword. Drawn from every angle. Curved like so, the length, the sharpness. Replicate shape. Strong mirror blade. Got it. My life depends on this being perfect. Alrighty. Alright. 2, 3... That should be it. Make sure. Delete curvature. Make my monster grow. Does it need to go all the way to the end? It does need to go all the way to the end. There it is. And we'll take the length down a bit. Right to there. I've drawn it from every angle. What's the thickness? Do we have a balance? We have a balance. We get it. For 79, we'll bring it up to 54. And we'll make it wide. We'll bring its curvature up a tiny bit. Oh, wrong direction. There we go. We have a bit of a taper width on it, looks like. Broad point, I see it. We still need a wide. Yes, good. Now we just need to taper the width. Add a point. A very short point, it looks like. Change width. And our point needs to be... Oh, we're ever so slightly too long as well.
No, 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 no. No, we were in the right spot. Interesting. Alright. Cross-section. We'll give them both, just in case. It's a beast hunter, so we'll actually make it one side. It's got the same point. We don't need to worry too much about that, but we will give another cross-section near the tip. On the other side. Make it nice and long. Hey, it's not shelving anymore. And our impact is on point. In fact, our impact, I believe, is perfect. Requires at least 2. We can go down further. Pack 2.4. We'll see how the... What's my companion? What was he looking at here? This? Large. Yes, this is going to be that one. What do we got? We got a taper. Oh, this is going to be a weird one. Is that Hex? And horse. That's definitely a horse. 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 Okinawa? Lion. Horse. Slightly smaller. Very larger. Slightly squished. Just need to bend back ever so slightly. Oh, it's too much. Blue is too much. I think this is as good as we're gonna get it. Double tapers, man. On you, bud. Nah. Bold, but I guess he needs it. Every line, every angle. Damn, son, your dreams need better sword making skills. What will you do now? Go home and wait. And keep to burn. He's done it 1,000 times before. Hell yes. I hope you survive what's coming. Oh. Heavy shackles, too. Now we just spend the day getting some fucking... Look at this. Huh. Get our steel back. We'll sell that off. We'll sell all that shit off. Head over to Scrap Peddler. Conveys wares. Take all of those, all of those, all of those, all of those. We'll keep the drum. Nah, fuck it. We'll sell the drum. It's not getting us that much leather. Someone once valued this treasure. I'm sure they did. Bid goodbye to the peddler. Then we go... Check out Oscar. $75, which is $25. Yeah, that is actually worse. Bye to the carpenter. I need wood and leather.
I need leather. Ah, it's 300. We'll take it. Goodbye to the Huntress. Continue. End. Yep, we're getting ourselves back up. We still have more we can salvage, so we're just going to salvage that. 13 times 5 is not... Yeah, wow. It's just worse. Getting low on silver. Yeah? End the day? Alright, let's meet with the Ashen Hand, I guess. The Ducal Crypt. God, the fucking legs on the people in this town must be insane. The Varian Dukes would never be buried among the common muck, of course. Their crypt is recessed high in the mountainside, the streets growing increasingly steep as you approach. Finesse. Success. You spot a small, crouching shape tracing your footsteps near the invisible twilight shadow. Someone's following you. Hello there. Burn the dead. You've got eyes like a cat. Astrid steps forward a little sheepishly, scratching the back of her head. Brennan asked me to keep an eye on you and make sure there are no guards on your trail. Job's done, I reckon. Let's make haste to the crypt. Follow Astrid. One hand on the hilt of her dagger. She scampers ahead. One hand on the hilt of her dagger. The crypt overlooks all, its marble door marked with scratches left by dozens of thwarted grave robbers. Astrid reaches up to the crypt door, tracing the scars and gouges with her finger. Used to dream of robbing this place. Funny how life turns out. You and about 100 others, judging by the state of this door. Well, the Varians were buried with all sorts of treasures. Keyword being where. Anyway, remember this knock. 8, 9, 10 times in precise rhythm. What remains when the master dies in fire? Oh, Jesus. Fuck. That's cool. Memory of light, the ashen hand of the servant. Come on, Rusty, open up. What remains when the master dies in fire? A memory of light and the ashen hand of the servant. Don't call me Rusty. Raspy voice. Ah. Ponderous as a lid. As a coffin lid. Enter the ducal crypt. Waiting in the sepulchral darkness is a woman, or half of one. Her body corrupted by some metallic blight. Her face is overtaken by a staggering mass of rusted iron. That's gotta suck. Rippled and fused like slag from a furnace. Oh. Yeah, okay, we're good. One of her arms gnarls at the elbow into an unwieldy metal club. She fixes you with a bloodshot stare. Put this on. Her voice is a harsh metallic rasp as she tries to ward you, a strip of cloth in her hands. Blindfold. Smart. Just a precaution. She wraps the cloth around your eyes, cursing as her metal-corrupted fingers fumble with the knot. These catacombs are a warren, and we're the only ones with a map. Even if the marshal met a whole troop of guardsmen here, we'd be smoke on the wind before they found us. A steady hand guides you through the darkness. You can hear the thump and scrape of metal-faced woman's corrupted leg as she drags it over stone. Success! The woman clearly was once a crusader in the Discordant War, and had the misfortune to face one of the worst curses unleashed upon the enemies, the Golden Heresy. Ravening iron. I'm kind of surprised I got that. Keep walking. The air changes, your step echoes as you enter a large chamber. Are you sure about this, Brennan? I vouch for him. Them. On your head be it. At last, the blindfold is whipped from your eyes. The main vault of the ducal crypt opens around you, a vast subterranean chamber lit by hundreds of candles. Ornate pillars hold up the vaulted ceiling. Marble busts of long-dead dukes watch from their alcoves, their expressions suggesting mild disapproval of the rabble who've taken up residence among their bones. I'd say they'll live, but they have the choice to get over it. A central stone catafalque
What the fuck is a catafalque? Hold on a moment. What the fuck is a catafalque? One moment. Not you. Nope. Quiet. Quiet, you. Nope. Catafalque. Decorated wooden framework supporting the coffin of a distinguished person during a funeral or... like pyre thing. I see. A raised bier box or similar platform, often movable, used to support the casket, coffin, or body of a dead person during a Christian funeral or memorial service. Repurposed into a command station. Gathered around it are a cluster of figures, among them a pair of faces you recognize, Brennan and Nimrith. No sign of trouble? Smooth and tidy. What, Rusty? Call me Rustmob, rat. The long-haired Lorgard inclines her head to you. Greetings. I did not expect our paths to cross in this place. Sorry, greetings. I did not expect our paths to cross in this place. Assess the other figures. Easy to tell who is the leader. She looms at the catafalque, knuckles resting on stone, frowning down on a map of Aaron Keep like a general surveying the battlefield. Brennan nudges you. That's Amaryl. The fearless leader herself. She's been wanting to speak with you, Sonner. Brennan Astrid. Talk to Amaryl. Cool. What do you think of Nimrith? I like Nimmy. She gave me an apple. Seems alright. She's got a stick up her ass, the size of a flagpole. Not that I'd say that to her face. I've seen her practicing her sword strokes. As for the Magisterium, this help could be big for us. They got money and a whole regiment of Lorgard within the city. Yeah, I wonder who's been arming those people. Fair bit of knowledge at their disposal. Voices. What if the reign of the Ashen King, Mask King's preferable to whatever void fills the throne? You knew the city, are you? I almost forget. Not just the orphans are going missing, Sonner. Not just blood sports in the arena, or folk getting worth the deck from the far mines. Countless folk have been dragged to the king's dungeons without trial. Innocents executed without even pretense of a reason. Life here is a gamble. I hope not to catch his eye. Opinions on Rusma. Old metal mouth, she's completely insane. I like her. If you had Amaryl, determined, I'll give her that. She drew the Ashen Hand together through sheer force of will, maybe force of spite. Sometimes I worry about where her priorities lie, but she's proven herself a friend of the common folk. How did you two join? I was investigating what was happening to the kids of the orphanage. Someone directs us to the House of Quiet, and that's where we met old Amaryl. I reckon she could tell I was more than just a common cutpurse. When I joined the Ashen Hand, Ashen Hand was just ex-anointed, nursing their grudges and plotting. But I brought in some pals of mine, and they brought their pals. And now the Ashen Hand is a movement for the common folk too. Friends in high places and low-smith, just like I said. See you around. Nimrith, thou shouldst speak to Amaryl. She's the leader of the Ashen Hand, and keen to speak with Brand's new protege. Yeah, I'll do that first. Amaryl is old and thin, but not frail. She's uncommonly tall, her eyes burning with an intensity that would put a tiger to shame. With her hooked beak of a nose and hunched shoulders, she looks like a great falcon hulking its wings against the rain. So, this is Brennan's latest recruit. I hope you're of better stock than the last. She fixes Brennan with a stern glare. Brennan looks up at the ceiling, suddenly fascinated by the ornate scrollwork. I take it you mean Marwyn. His impatience could have proven the end of us. Still, might. He's in the marshal's cells as we speak, no doubt spilling all sorts of details. Thank the lost voices we never brought him here. In my defense, we were looking for a warrior, and he fit the bill. Besides, recruiting him wasn't my decision alone. We took a vote. And I was against it. She pauses, pressing two fingers to her left temple, taking a deep breath. When she looks up, there's a pained smile on her face. softening her austere features. Excuse the sour welcome, Smith. We are glad to have you. The last few months have been trying. Make it the last 20 years and I'll drink to it. Make it the last 20 years and I'll drink to it. Blah! I'm Batman. I'm Rustma. Let's see. What was that symbol? That is a complicated question. Answering it will take more time than we have. It was just a little swiggle when we learned we had hoped could steal the Masked King's power. We could tell you more another day. Are you going to help me track down the missing orphans? Ask me again at a later date, Smith. I find my thoughts clouding. Let me reintroduce myself before we run short of time. I am Amaryl Strahd. Houndsburg. Got it. I am Amaryl Strahd. Once upon a better time, I was the Anointed of Canna. She, the Forge Queen, the Silent Flame, plucked me from the masses to receive her song and serve as her holy avatar in this mortal realm. Oh, in the mortal realm. She speaks of her past with the same mix of pride, longing, and bitterness as Rissel. I served as a close advisor to Duke Malachi. That was almost my name. Ruler of Erin Keep and last of the Varians. We made a formidable partnership, but alas, he now occupies this very crypt. Oh, how's it going, Taza? Knowledge success. Close advisor is one way to put it. Back in the Age of Song, men like the old Duke were often pawns in the games of the Anointed, who advised them. A clever noble could play them against each other, for the voices seldom agreed on anything, and thus escaped being a puppet. But by Amaryl's tone, she had the old Duke well and truly in pocket. The Forge Queen, the Silent Flame. Alas, the voices fell silent, and the Masked King rose to power. I lost my position, and so did all the other Anointed within Erin Keep. We were cast aside like husks after the harvest, stripped of all titles and loathed by most of the common folk. I'm familiar with the story, get to the point. Irrational though it may be, many blamed us for the disappearance of voices of the cast they left in the wake. We were left without purpose, but when the Masked King's tyranny became impossible to ignore, we founded the Ashen Hand to free Erin Keep of his malign influence. Him and his lapdogs, the cunning seneschal, the cruel marshal, all three must be cast down into the cities to thrive. Her voice rises until it echoes off the surrounding marble. Some of her followers pause to listen, nodding. What do you say, Smith? My mind's not yet made up. I have many questions. And yet we have little time, I'm afraid. Save your questions for our next meeting. For now, all we need from you is a blade. We intend to smuggle it to Marwyn in a cell beneath the High Citadel. As such, it needs to be small, lightweight, something easy to hide in a loaf of bread. Gives him a slim chance of escape. Knowledge, he's not here to escape. We believe you may provide invaluable to our cause. This is merely a short-term necessity. Astrid will visit you with more details tomorrow. In the meantime, I can feel another onset of my old complaint. I must call this meeting to her jaw stops. She stops. Her jaw tightens. One hand moves to her temple, arm shaking. In the torchlight, you glimpse something dark and wet on her upper lip, blood trickling from one nostril. Too close. Forgive me. She wipes her face with the back of her hand, a quick, irritated motion as if swatting a fly. Brennan shifts his weight. The other robed figures look away. Are you feeling all right? It's fine. A minor complaint, but quite debilitating when it strikes. We shall have to adjourn this assembly. Next time we speak, I expect answers. And you shall have them. Now we must part ways. The House of Quiet! Show me the good works we're doing there. Remember, everyone, leave alone, walk alone, don't be seen. She turns away before anyone can respond, one hand braced against the stone walls, her silhouette vanishes in the crypt's deeper darkness. In a flurry of activity, the rest of the Ashen Hand disperses. Candles are snuffed out, bottles and knives are stowed beneath cloaks, maps and parchments swooped up and hidden away in death urns and caskets, the robed figures scattered down the maze-like tunnels of the crypt. It seems there are other hidden exits you didn't know about. We apply the blindfold. Astrid and Brennan already have vanished into the shadows. Rustma leads you through a maze of tunnels to the exit. You step out in the cold night alone and tread a lonely path back to your forge. Honk! Arrives at the forge with a basket of spiced rye buns from the bakery on the street. This might lift your spirits after. She stops. Your violent interrogation at the hands of the marshal is still burned in your memory. Go on, my treat. Take a bun. It's amazing what a good baker can accomplish, even in this age of rationing. Your first bite is still warm from the oven, and dough is studded with dried apple pieces that provide little bursts of sweetness. Caswin is busy making his own bun disappear. Lassie pipes up a mouthful of crumbs. That's good. Thanks, Rochelle. You're welcome, Caswit. Have another. Caswit. Clodo begs at Caswit's feet until the apprentice slips him a morsel. Rochelle clears her throat, glancing at Caswit's missing ear. So I hear the marshal's giving a speech in the Citadel Square today. Might be worth heading down there, see what he has to say. I'll go on my own. Caswin manned the forge. I'll make sure the place doesn't burn down while you're gone. Ooh. A restless crowd is gathered. The marshal stands atop a wooden stage, shielded by the wall of watchmen. At his side is the gaunt figure of the seneschal, looking bored. The masked king does not give speeches. Why can't this pair of yapping lapdogs learn from his example? The marshal scans the crowd and, satisfied by the numbers, steps forward. His booming voice cuts through the chill morning air. Citizens of the keep, I know you are still reeling at the temerity, nay, the insanity of the recent attack upon the masked king's sacred person. But no blade can kill he who stopped the very sundering at our gates. This assassin was no lone crow driven by madness of the horrors of the outside world. There are enemies within our walls, enemies who seek to destroy the very order with which has allowed Erden Keep to flourish when so many other cities have fallen. Bleh. But I will find these traitors. I will purge them from our midst. He pauses for a short breath, the unscarred half of his face blotched red with effort. In the brief moment of silence, the seneschal speaks up. Though the crowd is hushed, you have to strain your ears to hear his slightly nasally voice. The marshal is correct, of course. The traitors shall die dismal deaths. But let's not be dour. In celebration of his eternal majesty's triumph over the assassin, I will grant an extra ration to all citizens. Let today be a feast day. The crowd roars with approval, stamping their feet and throwing hats in the air. Marshal, whose own speech was clearly not finished, tries to make himself heard over the cheering before finally giving up and stalking off stage. The marshal leaves. You watch the seneschal's face. There's a slight smirk playing at his lips. Those two seem to hate each other. Yes, it's common knowledge. They hate each other long before the Sundering thrust from the power over the keep. The seneschal's in charge of rationing? Rationing, taxes, laws, and much else besides. He keeps the city running while the marshal keeps it cowed. Let's head back to the forge. Well fed? Hell yeah. Alright, what do we got? 12 out of 14. We could do a 3, 4, and a 7. $14, that's 4. Everything else is bonus. That's fantastic. Houndsburg is 8. An AP and barely enough to cover. And what are you giving me? 13, not enough to cover itself. Because 13 times 5 is 65. Plus bits. It's barely enough to cover itself. But we can get them all at once. We don't have anything to salvage, so we'll just get them all. Start with the crows. We have a balance, impact, and a sharpness. One-handed narrow point with an impact. Needs an impact. Let's give it a width. Let's give it a cross-section. Long blade, 100 centimeters for narrow point one-handed. With impact. Sharpness needs to be wider. Actually, I could change the thickness a little bit here. There we go. You put a taper width on? Taper width. We lost our sharpness. God damn it. Oh, there we go. Ugh. And balance. Alright, we're gonna... There we go. Still fighting a 39 on balance. Ugh. You're gonna bring that back to 20, right? Narrow point my ass. Let's put the Peterson on it. 3 lobe. Not enough. Ooh. There we go. Oh, there's your balance, I guess. There we go. We don't name the ones for the crows that much, I don't think. No point. And then I could do one for Jovan. He wants leather, one-handed, narrow point. Hold on a second. Need a saber, something swing from horseback. Alright, yeah, he's doing this again. Speed this time. We'll give him a 60. Now we'll give him a 50. We'll give him a heavy curve, top to bottom. There we go. Nice and wide. Nice and thin. .48. That'll do. Cross section. One-sided. Give him a double... Well, we'll give him a point. Narrow point. Other side. All the way back. This one even narrower. And then we'll give it a fuller. And width. That's depth. There we go. Bring that back out. Width. There we go. Down to fuck all in terms of weight, which is what we want to see. What else do you want? You want higher speed. The speed comes with your grip, so that's fine. In the old razzmatazz. Nah, we'll just give him a Tsuba. And a nice... We'll give him a wrapped one. Because we can do double leather on that then. I will give him a better pommel though. I like the ring pommels. They save me steel. Where's our wraps? There's our wraps. Chinese wrap. He wants leather. Purple leather. Actually, that's fine. Outrider. Wide outrider. Hey, there we go. Well, we're back up to numbers money, which is good. Increases your AP by 1. Hell yeah. Take a look at our front. Need wood. Let's get the wood. Come on, Oscar. Five, 6, 7, 8. Continue. Buy the carpenter. Oh, it's 4 AP. What do we got that we can salvage for the day? You. Hell yeah. End the day. Yeah, we'll end the day. How are you helping the common folks? The House of Quiet. There we go. When you open the heavy oaken door, furry bodies knot around your feet, purring like tiny thunderclouds. The House of Quiet is poorly named. Its street has yowling cats in every corner. In days of old, this resident hall was dedicated to the voice of Skell. Now Skell is gone, but the cats haven't forgotten him. The former residence hall has been turned into a makeshift hospital and a shelter. Bedrolls are spread across the floor, each occupied by a groaning patient. Amaryl is crouched over a prone man, inspecting his broken leg. A shard of bone peeks through the skin, glinting like a dropped coin. What happened to him? Oh, silently observe. The woman screams as Amaryl pops the bone back into place. Hold on a second. Yeah, prone man, yeah. Pops the... Prone man, inspecting his broken leg. The woman screams as Amaryl pops the bone back into place. Huh? And binds the leg efficiently. Smith, I'm glad you came. We could use an extra hand. A slum dwelling in Merkside collapsed, and a score or more were hurt. What can I do? Tend to the wounded if you know how. Fetch water and boil if not. Soothe the patients. Diplomacy, success. Move from bed to bed, gripping hands and offering solace. You tell your approach. An old woman with a gash in her scalp gets solemn assurances, while a boy with a broken arm gets told a joke about a nun and a fishmonger that makes him wheeze with laughter. Your efforts calm the patients and makes the work of the anointed easier. You've done enough, Smith. Thank you. Oh, we got a new faction. I am also now exhausted. Well now, we let them rest. Most will survive if many judge, a better outcome than I dared hope. Now the emergency is over, you spot Rustma alone in the corner. She seems to prefer the company of the bottle to that of the needy. Another figure, fat and smiling, bald as a polished egg, is tending to the wounded. Poster. Slap it on the wall, just like, don't even look. Just backhand, whap! Approach the smiling bald man. Despite his bulk, he floats about the grace of a dancer. At last we meet, good Smith. It is a pleasure to finally put a face to a name. His tight-lipped smile shows no teeth. His arms and hands are concealed within expansive sleeves. You get the sense he's hiding something, though his demeanor's overbearingly friendly. Who are you? A former anointed. We infest this place like the cats, though less commonly underfoot. Chigley is the name. I once served as the cantor of the residence hall. Cat on his shoulder purrs affectionately. They may no longer be scared, but I'm still fond of these little princes. What was your role? I tend to have patience and grow vegetables out back, but in a former life, old Chigley was the cantor of the residence hall, calling forth the songs for my flock. Goodbye, Chigley. Come back any time. Dr. Rustma. Some questions for you. You serve the voice of Klathmata. Cannibal maid. She who killed her lovers and loved all killers. Her song was blood and sweetness. Only women were her anointed, and we were trained in the arts of love and war. Skills that could have served me very well after the Sundering, but this blight slowed me down and stole my looks. Through a fresh eye, you could see she might have been beautiful once. A war and a Sundering ago. What were your experiences in the Discordant War? The voice of Klathmata taught me that all war is wonderful. Her song was a battle song, elegant and lethal. I never struggled to see the beauty in bloodshed, not until the Discordant War. The Covenant sought only to preserve the status quo, and look what happened when we were defeated. The Sundering, the end of the world, it was a struggle between good and evil for the fate of mankind, and we lost. The Golden Heresy's atrocities were endless. Armies turned into mutant horrors, metal that spread like plague, cities burned to cinders. It was not a beautiful war, no. They made it ugly. I'll never forgive them for that. You don't seem inclined to help the others. Forgive me for keeping my dignity. That woman held this city in the palm of her hand once. She was as ruthless as a viper. Look at her now, serving sooth to beggars and changing bedpans. But if you judged it more in her interest to burn down the slums than to help them, she'd be out there with a flaming torch and a jar of pitch. How did you end up like this? Amaryl and I fought in the Discordant War. We commanded... Oh, sorry, rusty voice. I can't do the rusty voice anymore. Commanded opposing armies in a battle across the broken flats not far from here. She won. I lost, and I was left with this blighted body reminding me of my failure. Ravening iron, they called it. One scratch from a weapon made with the stuff and the metal will take root, devour your body like a cancer. It's invariably fatal, or was until the Sundering happened. I was left in this halfway state. Not dead, but not alive enough to count many blessings. Mood! You must resent Amaryl for what happened to you in the war. Of course I do. But Amaryl and I share a common goal now. I used to worship the voice of Klathmata, Smith. I was taught to rejoice in war, and love my enemies even as I killed them. The hatred in my heart is a sword to be drawn. I can keep it sheathed as long as I need. Good talk. Back to the forge. Particularly flea-ridden Tabby follows you down the street, mewing stridently. After a scratch behind the ears, he allows you to leave in peace. Give me attention! Well, I think that's a good place to stop. Reduces my AP and my finesse. Oh, damn, I would have been able to do something. 5, 9. Yeah, that'll be a good spot to stop for now. I'll pick this up again tomorrow. Thank you all for joining me. For Bladesong, of course. I hope to see you all again tomorrow, around the same time. Yeah, we will be doing this again. So, with that, controls. So, scene's done. Scene's done. Controls. Stop streaming. Bye.